of Arlington, North Carolina, in front of a large studio audience. Now, let's hear it for your host, our President and CEO, Andy Albright!
There you go. What's up, Stud? Good to see you, man. All right, here we go. Things live. All right, while y'all stand up, my man, Dex, what I'm talking about. How you doing? Good to see you. Hey, brother. All right, y'all grab a seat. We'll get this thing rocking. Y'all wish y'all had been in my office earlier today, don't they? They wish they would have heard some stuff with it. I'm going to repeat some of it. I'm going to try, ma'am. Oh, I was FaceTiming Elliot Gorov, okay, who's the president and actually the chief marketing officer of the HMA business, the health marketing account. How many of y'all heard about the HMA? And he's so excited. And Dr. Caracas Watkins here has 600 employees. So think about this. He can offer a benefit to his employees. He say, look, I'm going to help y'all with your health insurance. Any of your 213D expenses, deductible. Any Botox, any chiropractor, medical deductions, dental. And I caught a lot of flack about this. And your special toothpaste that you get at the dentist if you live out in the country like me that ain't got no fluoride. People ask me, like, is he telling the truth? And my wife hit me with that. She said, what are you talking about? So I pulled out my toothpaste. I said, look at my toothpaste right here. I pay like $35, $45 a buck. You hit that on your HMA. You get it 50% off. Because we don't have no fluoride out in the country. And then, and she said, she pulled her little Colgate mess up, talking about, mine's got some in there too. I looked at it, it's 0.0015%. Mine's 1.1%.
Pretty good.
Oh my God, that's like drinking, that's like putting a little eyedropper in a glass of water, put a little rum and just a little eyedropper in there. Easy! Y'all know what I'm talking about? Diluted, I'll take a little poop in there if it's that diluted.
Oh my
goodness. You know what I'm saying? I said it's going to be like it. So I ain't making that up, you know. And it's funny, another boy called me, he said, look here, we're out here in Arizona, and we got a big petition trying to get them to take the out of the water. Yeah. What do you call it? With some fluoride. We're trying to get them to take the fluoride out of it, and you buying toothpaste that's got extra in it. That's the way America works, baby. Land of the free and opportunity. Hey, you can pay to put it in, or pay to take it out, which brings me up to something that I ain't going to tell everybody about. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You get paid when they got it, and we get paid when they don't got it. How many knows what I'm talking about there? How many excited out of your mind about it? We can't tell them about this. It's a secret. Yeah. I ain't going to tell them. I'm a network marketer, people. Don't tell me nothing. It comes to making money. It's like it's personal stuff. I don't remember nothing. You safe with me because I don't even remember. Ask my wife. Somebody asked me how old the kids were, and I was like, God. I ain't big with personal information, you know what I'm saying? I'd be telling you personal stuff, I don't even remember. You'd be telling me next week, remember I told you I was something on it? It doesn't make sense. Like, you're safe with that, man. When you talk about money, I'm going to be upset, repeated it, you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense to y'all? I don't understand how people don't tell stuff when they got something, like HMAs. Yeah. I was up in the chancellor, I said, hey, I'm going to save y'all some money on health. They're all interested in it, you know? I'm texting them and sending them the prices, and woo! I told them I could save on the toothpaste if they live out in the country and didn't have no peroxide or whatever. Botox? Raise your hand. No. I was kidding about it. Headaches. If you got bad headaches, migraines, you know that's what Botox is for. Is fix migraines. I like that movie, that Christmas guy. What was that movie? You know what I'm talking about? He had a Botox in his face.
National Lampoon?
Huh?
National Lampoon?
No. Because they were going to get a vacation. They done did himself up. They was trying to eat.
Oh, no.
Never mind. Okay. What else? my friend, one of my friends, he's here. I don't know if he's back in the room. They might be talking business. He owns a birthing clinic.
Oh, yeah. I'm here.
Huh? There he is.
Tell me, there it is.
How many employees y'all got?
About 23.
So he going to give his employees a benefit. 23 of them get an opportunity to put $240 a month times 20. I'm going to walk it out. Walk it out. Walk it out. Walk it out.
It's easy.
How many employees you got?
600.
600 get that benefit.
Pretty good.
Hey, listen. Hey, all right. Have I told y'all about my coin? This is my friend, Dr. Caracas Watkins. My friend, Robert Wilson, called me up. Some of you might know him. We call him Robert from now on. Somebody, just so y'all might know, the transition is Sarge.
Sarge, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So we call him Robert Watkins because he's out of the military now. He's Robert Watkins. Okay.
Wilson.
Wilson. You Watkins.
Yeah. No can.
Robert Wilson called me. He said, I have met your brother from another mother. And everybody tells me that, you know. And I'll be like, hey, I talked to him because I'm thinking, he ain't like me, you know. And so we get on the phone, and we talk too long. You know, you like first date, you ain't supposed to do all that. You know what I'm saying? And both of us got embarrassed because we didn't talk so long.
Yeah, I did.
But this is my friend, Dr. Caracas Watkins. He's very successful engineer, highly educated, highly ambitious, got a family. Tell them about your family and your education and all that, will you?
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah. So, family, got a wonderful wife, Audra. Y'all knew Audra. Have 3 kids: Brianna and Kristen and Joshua. Last weekend was Brianna and I was actually visiting, doing a hotspot, and went to about Harvard. Harvard has reached out to her about going to law school, so she's doing very well. And then have a Kristen, who's sophomore at Birmingham Southern, and Joshua is at home, think he can run everything. You know, but the deal is, you know, with Andy, I met someone who had drive, someone who had ambition, someone who had vision, because you don't meet a lot of people with vision and drive. Because when they hook up, then it's an explosion to happen, and that's why, you know, that's the thing I like about Andy. He has incredible vision and incredible drive. You know, it's awesome. So, you know, I'm blessed. I really am.
How many years have you been married?
26 years.
Yeah.
26 years.
So I've been married 32 years. Just so you know, my daughter's 24. She's an undergraduate at North Carolina State, master's degree in international hospitality management, something like that, some crazy hospitality thing from NC State. Studied in Paris for 6 months. And she's a good old redneck girl that studied in Paris. You know what I mean? She'd be like, hola. That's not true.
No.
They get mad at me for that. They'd be like, Daddy, they don't speak Spanish. I said, everybody speaks Spanish. And the taxi driver said, si, senor. I told y'all. But my daughter, she
will get you.
calm down. All right, and then my son, our son, me and Jane's son, is 21. He's a junior at North Carolina State. And Haley's married to Brandon Manley. Y'all might have met Manley. It's funny, last night I was introducing, was it last night? No, at the Wake Forest game, I introduced somebody to Brandon Manley. And they asked him, they said, did the Albrights make you change your name to Albright?
Oh.
He's like, no. So she's Haley Manley now.
She's Haley? Good guy.
So here's what I want to kick us off with. I have a coin. I did one coin. That thing is, like, if you got it, you got it. There ain't no more made, okay? We sold out of that thing in like 35, 45 minutes, and somebody's like, ain't nobody going to buy that? I was like, everybody going to love this thing. This is my invention. Like, I don't know anybody else invented it. Now Zig Ziglar, Brian Tracy has talked about this, but not invented it. Not kidding. So I said, we got to have another one. So this is my second. So here's the first design, and this is mine. This is the last one that I know of on Earth, other unless you got one. Here's a few of them out there. So it has, this is my new version, okay? And I'll tell you what, I'm just going to talk about the new version. This is the old one, but I'm going to tell you about the new one if you hadn't seen it, because hardly anybody has this. The only people got this. Anybody in here that got one of these? You know what? Tell them, you did? Y'all got it? You got it with you? You got it upstairs? You got yours with you? Tell them, come over here and tell y'all come up here. This couple right here is smoking. They get this thing going on.
I got the first edition.
You got the first edition.
Yes, sir.
And you got the second. You got the second edition. So you can hold this one. All right. So hold the mic up. And it don't sound like it's coming through, but it is.
Okay.
Tell them why you got it. How you got it.
So you recruit 2 people and you get a T-shirt. You recruit 3 people and you get a coin.
That makes sense. So they got it. Who all got them in here? Raise your hand if you got it. All right. Show the camera. Show them. Can you raise your hand up? We'll see who's got the raised hand. Raise it up. All right. 3 or 4 people. Okay. All right. Congratulations. Anybody else? Oh, let me tell you about it first. Tell them who y'all are and tell them what's going on in your business.
Nick Sabino,
Viviana Cordova.
Kyle Cater's team, hired by Alan Hooley. What's going on? We moved here from Miami, and we are working.
Yeah, you're working. You're hiring people. Selling. Moving annuities yet?
Just got one approved today.
How much?
Or it was just issued today.
How much is the whole thing?
50,000.
10,000?
50.
$50,000. What I'm talking about. How'd you find $50,000?
I called my mama.
Call my mama.
You might be friends with the president of IHMA. Called your mama. So your mama had $50,000 to move.
Yeah.
And she trusted you to move it.
Not really.
At first.
No.
Not at first.
It was a battle.
Did you get her online with somebody, with Cater? Or?
Almost got her on the phone with Kyle, but
Did you do it, or did you?
I got her on the phone with me, Chris Norris, multiple times.
Matter of fact, is Van Gray in the house? Have you met Van? Come up here,
Yeah,
Van.
yeah.
I want y'all to meet Van. It's Van Gray right here, guys. Van's not old like me. He's not old like me, but he's older than them. And he's got a crazy resume on top. I'll let y'all hear about his resume. So you got him on phone. Chris Norris is our other guy that works over there with BAM. And how many times did Chris have to talk to her?
3 or 4 times.
Okay. All right. So what's the biggest insurance policy sold so far? How much a month?
$320.
How many of y'all like to sell an insurance policy $320 a month? What I'm talking about, bro. Well, and have y'all got anybody in class yet? You got anybody signed up in class? Agents?
We did, but they're no.
You
We've had
don't have anybody in class?
No.
I have one, but she's not really doing
Anything. She's not moving.
Did I ask you that?
No. She's
Do I love you? Yes. Let me tell you how to do it. I'm telling y'all. This is the secret of life. And he said. Y'all know what comes next? And he said. What did it say? And he said.
Nothing.
Let there be light.
Oh.
And what was it?
It was light.
Light. Do you understand what I'm telling you? You don't know what I'm telling you.
sort of. Sort of.
She was not raised like we were raised.
There was not,
direct
must not be.
She was not raised like we were raised.
Direct answers.
Huh?
Direct answers.
Direct answer, no.
Oh, then no.
Not even in the realm.
No.
But I still love you. All right, listen to me.
It's okay.
Everybody don't know this. This is the secret to life. See, what I'm telling you is, some people, what's your name again? Amate. Some people live, it looks like it's easier for them. It looks like things just fall in their lap. They just get lucky, and they meet Dr. Caracas walking. This guy calls me and says, hey, how can I help you, company? Out of the blue. Number 47 is his son, Gray. And what's your son's name? Alex. On the NC State's football team. He's like, my son's on the team. Can I help your company? Is there any way I can help you? I said, I think I got something. The more I think about it, I might have something. How does that happen? You don't know, do you? I'm going to tell you how it happens. And he said, God Almighty.
Come on here.
People say, this ain't church. I go, hey, stand back, non-believer.
Preach it, white boy. Go ahead and preach it in.
Oh, we need to work.
Okay. Walk it out.
Walk it out, baby. Walk it out. I like it.
That's how Earth was created. God spoke it into existence. That's a hint for you. So when you say something like you said, my heart goes, you with me? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, see, if a lion coming at me, I bet you better get on. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You say that, scare me. Lion don't scare me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you have a person with some potential that's in class, don't you?
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
Nah, that's what I'm talking about.
What I'm talking
Yeah, for
about.
life and the
Am I
power of the
making you
tongue.
nervous?
A little bit, no.
I like people go, no. Talk to her. Hug her. Hug your wife. Hug your girlfriend.
Killing it, baby.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it does.
Is anybody listening to me on this? People, yesterday, Chancellor, NC State, how's your business? I said, we're printing money, Bob. It's insane. I ain't never seen it like this. He said, I know. You gonna give us some more? I said, sometime I might. I gotta make a little more. Y'all ain't got a lot. Millions. But does that make sense to me? Everybody, I say, my business is booming. You got any agents in class? Heck yeah, baby. They getting in class, getting out, selling. Even the dum-dums are starting to pick up checks. As a matter of fact, when most people get in our business are smart anyway. I don't know, just seem like we attract the good ones.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Positive thing.
See how that makes you feel better?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
See how that makes them feel better? So I don't
Yeah.
mean to correct you, but I'm going to coach you.
No, it's good.
No,
That's
thank
good.
you.
That's
Thank
good,
you.
Andy. Oh, I like that.
I need to hear it.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't going to correct you, but I'm
I'm
going
gonna
to
coach
coach
you.
you.
That's right, for real.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good.
Don't attack the personality, but I'm telling you this. Get them to speak it.
Yeah.
Get them to speak it. Let me tell you something. If you can control this little piece of meat right here, if you can't control that,
No.
we ain't going to let you have nothing bigger to control.
That's right.
Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
In other words, he who takes responsibility in the little things gets the big things.
Absolutely.
Will that preach?
Yeah, we'll preach.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So this is a little thing that can create light. And let there be light. And it was. Does that make sense?
That's right.
People say, well, I said it and it didn't happen. You ain't practiced as he was. You didn't have the faith that he had. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And you wasn't God. But you was created
You
in
was.
the image of God.
To speak.
Therefore,
Yeah. You can't speak. You can't speak. Death and life and the power of the tongue.
you better get a mic. You already got a mic.
Yeah. Got one right there. Woo. Keep talking, man, because death and life
Is he
and the
coming
power
in
of the
good on
tongue.
there? Is he coming in good on that? Because
Good.
it's kind of low. Are y'all okay with it? Make sure.
Good.
Move it up or it's okay? Okay, good. All right. I just want to make sure because he's going to say some good stuff. I don't want anybody missing. If I could get y'all to understand this in the hot spots, have y'all never heard me say not negative? There ain't going to be no negative. None. 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 You know what none stands for? None.
I know that's right.
Hey, let me ask you this, Dex, the NC State Wolfpack All-American football player. Let me ask you this. Would that change y'all's football team if it was all positive and no negative ever? Would it change it? Yes, it would.
Yeah, it would.
It'll change anything, including your business and your life. We done got off the subject, but that's good.
Sorry, it's a good subject. No, it's good. It's all good.
All right,
It all tie together.
I invented this, okay? It's called the Success Coin. If anybody copies it ever, let me know. Jay Darty, my man, trademark this, copyright it, all that legal stuff we do, send it to our attorneys. All right, the Success Coin was invented by Albright. I'm not kidding, Jay. Send it to Price Waterhouse, whatever they are. All right, look at here. People can't decide this stuff. First thing you decide is what do you want. Does that make sense? Next thing you got to decide is how to get it. Most people can't figure out what they want. People say, I thought you had to do your why first. I know how my why is, and you know what your is. Quit trying to study. Well, you don't want to be broke no more. That's your why. Because you had some money, you'd have a different car. That's your why. If you had some money, you give it away to NC State or Carolina or somebody. That's your why. You give it to your church. You pay for the children to have nice shoes. You with me? That's your why. Don't complicate this thing. What do you want? Does that make sense? What do you want? I wanted a river of money flowing deep and wide. Okay, so that'll preach too. Deep and wide. Okay, you ready? All the church people say they know what I'm saying. Other people are like, what's he talking about?
Yeah.
My mama didn't teach me that verse. What do you want? How do you get it? You remember we went on the sideline? You had no idea what we was going to do, did you? When I was talking to you, I met him on the sideline. We was down at a football game.
Oh.
Him and Chubb and I don't know, Hines and all these NFL guys. Him, an NFL guy, you know. And I said, hey, what are you doing? He said, well, you know, getting in the NFL. So in the meantime, I got some ideas.
You told me.
What do you want? What I wanted is him in business. How do I get him? So I told him, I said, hey, where you live? He said, Miami. I said, I might be coming down to Miami sometime. You know, I'll introduce you to some of my friends down there. There's some businesses. I don't know, you can branch out and do different businesses. They own different stuff. And I'm flying my jet down. Y'all just come out and see my jet, and it'd be cool. He's like, all right, I'll meet you next time you come down there. And Jerry come out to the car, had Jacoby Brissett, NFL, on FaceTime. He's like, Jacoby, there's Albright's jet right here. And that's before he was a starter. He was like, I can't afford a plane like that. And I said, you will. And now he can. Yeah. Have you heard this? Is he okay? Yeah. He good? So he had him on FaceTime, and I'm talking to Jacoby. Just think about that. So I'm getting to sit here and talk to this NFL football player because I did this right here. How you doing, man? Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
down on the
that's
football
right.
field.
That's right.
And just start talking.
Relationship.
What do you want? You with me? How do you get it? Yesterday, I walked by Ernie Myers. He's an NBA player, played at NC State. I said, what's up, Ernie? He said, how you doing, man? Hey, I said, Andy, all right, good to see you. I done high-fived him 10 times. I said, you need to talk to me. He said, yeah, I do. What about? I said, I don't know. Let's just figure out something. So I gave him my phone. He dialed his number, and dang gum, his name popped already hit his number. He said, you ain't got my cell phone. I said, I must have asked you before. I'm going to recruit him. Don't you mess with him. What do I want? I wanted to know the players. I wanted to go on a sideline. What do you want? How do you get it? See, most people don't think about that. So here's what you do. What you want, you write down your simple goals. Here's one thing I wanted. I wanted to be able to land in a city and have a friend be able to pick me up and go to dinner in any city. I remember talking about that when I was I was older than you, but I was a young man. You with me? I was young. I remember your age, I'd talk about that. I want to have a friend in every city. I can just land and somebody pick me up, you know? And you know quite a few NFL players. He was at Chubb's house. Chubb's private cooking for y'all. Yeah, so he's got a few people like that. How'd you like in any city in America? You land down here in Alabama, he picks you up. You land in Greenville, he picks you up. Where are you guys at? Greensboro, they pick. Does that make sense? Friend, what do you want? What is your goals? I wanted my wife not to have to work. We had kids. I wanted my kids' education paid for. I wanted my daughter to have a fairy tale wedding. Did y'all hear about that boy Bieber? What's his name? Justin.
Bieber.
Justin copied us and he got married in the same place my daughter did. Oh, wow. Not kidding. Look it up. Copied us. We done it. We done it. He come down there to the montage and took it saying, I wanted my daughter to have that. I wanted my wife. You know, I wanted my mother-in-law. I wanted my mama. Does that make sense? Like I wanted the NC State to have a name on a building. You know, I wanted my mama to be taken care of. I wanted to give Gold hundreds of thousands. I think now I'm giving Gold millions of dollars now. But I wanted to give it away. It'd be millions by now. Does that make sense? I wanted to give it away. Now I got Merle Minnie and in India, and we started this What do you want? Simple, clear goals. And you say them, like you already have them. Okay? You speak it into existence. Here's what we call it. We call it a future truth. It sounds like a lie, but it is, in fact, a future truth. Does that make sense? Yeah. I got him. I think he's going to be big. I think he's going to be big. I think he's going to get it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think he's going to give you a ring.
I know he will.
I know he will.
See what happened? See what happened?
You're awesome.
Just like that it happened. And it's going to be
At
big.
the TWC.
And it's going to be big. It's going to be big.
On the TWC.
See how this thing, I know how this stuff works, baby.
Wow.
You all right?
Yeah.
You doing good?
Yeah.
She's been real good.
I can see her now. Let me show it to you. What do I want? Simple, clear goals, and how do I get it? Now, here's most people's problem. if they ever get this far, which 99 or 90, I think the number is 96 of people never get that far, okay? So you're in the top 4% if you just get to the part where you think about how to do it. Here's where the next fail. They start working on stuff to do that ain't on the high priority side. Does that make sense? In other words, what's the most important thing I can do on this show? I got to do it and not get to the stuff that might not be as important.
Right.
Does that make sense? Same thing in your life. Like today, when we end the show, what's the most important thing you can do? You need to be writing it down. And then that's secretly, privately, what you need to do. You know what most people do? Whatever comes at them. If they get a text, they answer it. A phone call, they answer it.
That's right.
Somebody asks them a favor, they do that. A wedding, I ain't got time to go to that. You know what I'm saying? Make sense? Go help them move. Hey man, you're a friend of mine, we need to move. I go, man, if I didn't have another commitment, I'd be there. I'm called a procrastinator. I put off that which not my high priority. That's why some people broke, some people rich.
Sure.
High priorities. Does that make sense? So I'm talking to Kevin Keeks. You know what he's doing when he ain't coaching? Just guess. He's a basketball coach. Guess what he's doing when he ain't coaching? He's recruiting.
That's right.
Does that make sense? You don't catch him not recruiting. He's either coaching what he's got or recruiting what he's got. You don't catch him sitting around watching Jacoby Brissett play football. He knows Jacoby, and Jacoby knows him. He ain't watching him play football. You know what broke people doing? They're watching Jacoby play football. You think Jacoby's watching me do this show? He might be, but might not. But you understand what I'm telling you is he's playing NFL football.
That's right. That's right, probably.
He ain't learning how to skate like y'all learn how to skate. Oh, let's go skate a while. Last time I skated, I had my keys in my pocket.
Oh.
You know how I know? Because when I fell down, I fell on my keys. Punched a hole in my leg. So I told my son, I said, that's the end of my skating career. What is you doing skating anyway? Your higher priority. It's my son. You got to spend time with my son. You with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an ice skater, right? You know what I mean? That's what people say, what football team? Anybody that my wife likes, enjoys, I like that. But I ain't interested, to tell you the truth. But if she's interested, I get interested. Why is that? Well, why do you think it is?
Most valuable task.
Huh?
Most valuable
It's the most valuable task. High priority stuff done first. Does that make sense? Now, the new one also has 20/20 vision because you've got to seize it before you can seize it. You with me? You got to vision it.
Yeah.
See it and speak it. So I see a bigger jet. I see you having a jet. That's going to be crazy coming at you. Hey, look, we come out of a jet and then little puppy dogs coming out behind it. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Puppy dogs coming off a jet. My dog come off a jet. That makes no sense. I see it happening for you. I see you getting a nice Cadillac and a nice Mercedes, have them sitting by side. You with me? You got to seize it. So I got 20/20 vision, and then I got 24/7 on it. I'm in 24/7 are you, because that's our tail number. It's a big symbol with me. I'm in 24/7. I'm basically in it until I ain't in it. In other words, till I die. That's my game plan. Does that make sense? And my signature. And then at the bottom of the do, and I have a suggestion, prosperity, inspiration, and eternity on it. So how many of y'all want one of these coins? Okay. Here's the way to do it. We got this thing called HMA. And if you sell $2,470, get it? 24/7. Of HMAs between now and the end of the year, in January, we're going to be giving these out. Does that make sense? Free. So the HMA needs to be high on your list. Does that make sense? $2,400 coming in. Does that make sense? So if you sell 140 and 140, that's a 280. If it's 140 a month. I think when I bought one that's $370 a month. That's what I went with. That gives me $30,000. I think I got to pay $13,500 to get $30,000. It more than doubles your money.
Yeah.
And then you get that credit. Things bad. If y'all, has anybody hadn't heard of the HMAs yet? Y'all know how that works? Everybody's heard now. Don't be shy. How about this? Everybody's heard about it. How many's got contracted? Keep your hand up if you got contracted. How many needs to get contracted? These people need to get contracted. All right. You need to get contracted, Josh. You need to get contracted. So you got to speak it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I get him speaking it, I get to get contracted. It's a pattern. Does that make sense? And I have a friend of mine. I want to let him talk a little bit, but I want to give him one of these because he is in 24/7, and he's already sold and done so many million things for me and his family, and he's got 600 employees that go get a card.
Thank you,
I
brother.
love you, man.
Love you too, man.
I love you, brother.
Love you, brother.
Y'all grab a seat. Thank you, Andy. You come over here with me, and you talk about this. This is for you. You talk to me about this positivity thing you got going on.
Wait, well, here's the deal, Andy.
I'm ready.
A guy named Corley studied successful. Corley, and his name is Corley. He studied successful people who are wealthy. 230 of them, and then studied 123 poor people. What he found out is that successful people are positive. Matter of fact, they run from people who are pessimistic. And what happens with people is because it's all about mindset. 85% of production is not based on your education. It's not based on your color. It's not based on your ethnicity. That word, ethnicity. Yeah, that's it. I got a PhD, but sometimes they get old experience come out. All right. But here's the deal. But it's based on your attitude. It's based on what you think, okay? And if you are today what you thought yesterday. Get this now. Listen to me. It's not your race. It's not your color. It's not where you was born at. You are today what you thought yesterday. You will be tomorrow what you're thinking right now today. I was born to a 15-year-old in the projects, as you know. But I
Don't
never
remind me though.
Okay, but I never talked negative of where I was. I talked positive of where I was going. I've been to 32 different countries in the world teaching. Okay, we have a business, 600 people. We talk to people around this country. I'm with Toyota in 2 weeks talking to their people. Okay, I'm here because of positive thinking. You got to get your mind right, as this man say all the time. But it's all about positive. It's all about getting rid of the negative and the naysayers. You got to funnel your energy to the right place. You got to control your mind. Okay? Can I say this to you? Are you ready for it?
Tell him.
See, you got to get brainwashed into the reality that you can be great. Let me say that one. No, you missed that. You missed it. Let me say it one more time. You got to get brainwashed into the reality that you can be great. Because a lot of people are going to tell you you can't be great, you can't do a bunch of great things, but you got to say, I don't care what they think, it's about what I think. Now here's the deal. Solomon, who's a powerful dude, said, okay, the deal right here, that whatever you think, that's who you are. Okay? As a man think, that's who you are. Okay? Now the deal is, how are you going to control your thinking? You gotta have some initiative to get some drive in order for something to happen and you accomplish something in your life. Listen, every day I get up, I don't care what comes at me, it's no bad day. Because there's too many good things out there that replaces the bad things. I don't care how dark your day is. Okay, there's not enough darkness to comprehend and overtake the light.
That's right.
Amen. Yeah.
It's too much light. Light is positive, darkness is negative.
Hey, I just want to tell this. We both engineers.
We are.
This is an engineering fact. This is not politics. It's not religion. Darkness can't take over light.
Cannot.
It's an engineering fact.
It is.
Okay, you proceed.
No, but really, it's so true. It cannot. And what happens is we start listening to naysayers and start listening to people who've been trained in a negative environment just to get a job, just to depend on someone else, never to take a chance and an opportunity. Okay, if you go bet on somebody, bet on yourself.
Encourage him.
Because what happens is when you get into a negative environment, it tells you to be dependent on someone outside of you. But you got to start being dependent on what's in you and take a chance on that. And guess what? You're going to fall. The part of success is failure. But here, okay, how you going to look at it? See, I never fail. I win or I learn. That's a mindset.
That's right.
Somebody said, no, Jeff Bright called me Captain Enthusiasm. Well, enthusiasm is not a feeling, it's a place. And there's a place in my mind, okay, that's positive despite what I'm facing, despite what comes my way. and you got to get rid of the chickens. And now y'all know that. See, I don't hang with chicken. I don't hang with chickens. I eat chicken. I hang with eagles. Now I'm not here just hanging out, having us a good time. I'm busy like everybody else. But when I get to this place, because this home to me as well. Okay, I'm part of the alliance. All right. When I get around Andy Albright and people like that, okay, who are eagles, who are positive, who are not speaking negative on anything, then it calls you to be positive. Iron sharpens iron. You cannot sharpen a piece of metal with an inferior piece of metal. You got to get around other pieces of metal that's going somewhere.
Come on here.
So when Andy asked you to be positive, that was not a knock. We ought to be glad that people will coach us up to be positive. Because I'm telling you, listen, most humans have 65,000 thoughts a day. And 80 to 85% of those thoughts are negative. That's the truth. That's research. Okay, you got to control how you think. And it got to be about where you're going, who you are, funneling your energy to the right place it needs to be in order to get something done. Just going to be days that you are dead negative within yourself of making a phone call or going on an appointment. And you got to tap into the reality that you can do something great.
That's right.
Okay, now Andy is a cool dude. I like Andy. He's my friend. Okay, we do some good stuff. I mean, and I like him. I like hanging around him. My son love him. I mean, goodness. Okay, I mean, really, he does. But the deal is, okay. What about you? What about what you can do? When Andy started this with some of his other partners years ago, about 17, 18 years ago, okay, when he started this in the basement, all right, there were some days I'm sure he wanted to throw in the towel. There are days, Alliance, you want to throw in the towel. Throw the towel away so you can't throw it in. That's being positive. There are times you're going to have some days that it didn't go your way. But just because it didn't go your way, don't start having your own pity party. Throw the friggin' violin away and get back in the game. If you fall a minute, forget it, quit it, get up and move on. Hey, we got to affect America. We're trying to change this place. We're trying to change what people are doing. And let people be negative about what we do. That's fine. Let them be negative. Let them say it won't work. We know it works.
That's right.
We have proof.
That's right.
We have proof that it works. But let them say what they say. Let it roll off your back like water on a duck's back and keep on rolling. And keep on going. Because if you don't, those seeds of negativism will start to take root. Will start to control you. And when you was getting up at 5 to get your day going, now it's 6 and 7 o'clock. And what you was doing every day, now you start to do every once in a while. See, the deal is, successful people who are positive do things every day that unsuccessful negative people do every once in a while.
You teach it.
Okay? And you got to form some habits which have been proven, okay, from a neurological point of view, that when you develop a habit, it becomes part of you. Matter of fact, it's proven now that it changes your even DNA. Yes. Because when you have a habit of being negative and you see the cup always half empty, then guess what? It'll never be full.
Hey, what they say that stuff? Somebody got to tell it like it is. Somebody got to point it out.
Well, you know, the deal with that is,
Somebody's got to point out that we ain't growing or my hot spot ain't that good. Somebody's got to point it out. What do you do with that?
pay no attention. You pay no attention because people are always going to criticize you. Listen, if you have a vision that's not attacked with persecution and criticism, and you know it, man, it ain't worth having. Wow. See, here's the deal. Carrington Boone said vision this way. Vision is a product of the mind. It's a product of where you're going. She says vision is able to see further than your eyes can look. You see, when you have a negative disposition, you see with your eyes, but you really don't. When you have a positive disposition, you see with your mind through your eyes.
Oh, I like it.
See, many people see what they see. I never see what I see. I see with my mind and not my eyes. I see with my mind, I see through my eyes. So my eyes may look at my checkbook and it says $1,000 in the bank, but my mind already put 4 or 5 zeros behind that. Okay? Because the deal is, when you are positive, it affects your expectations. You don't get what you want in life, you get what you expect in life. Want shows up in conversation. Expectation shows up in behavior. Now, when I first met Mr. Andy here, Albright, he texted me at 3 a.m. one morning.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. And my wife like, who is that? That's that crazy guy, because, you know. And I texted him back, and he called me immediately and said, oh, Bo, you up? No, I'm not up. No, I'm not up.
I got it. I got it.
No, I'm not up. I'm asleep. But what they told me is, and he started talking junk at 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, I don't know where you're from, but when we say junk, that means good stuff. And see, some of you're not talking enough junk.
No!
You got to start talking junk. You got to start saying stuff, okay, that ain't even happened yet.
I know that's
You got
Fruit your truth.
Yeah,
Fruit your
yeah.
truth.
You got to call things that be not right now as if they were. You got to say them now. But if you are negative, you will never say your future.
I swear to goodness, some people take this as entertainment, and it's just going in one ear and out the other. When I started hearing this stuff, I'll tell you what, I'd touch them, but I'm afraid they'd cut me. They're so sharp. Look at them shoes right there. Woo! Woo! I introduced him to my friends. I said, watch, when he walks in the room, you're going to know he's rich. Some shoes, that belt. Hey, look, unbutton this thing. That's right. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that, Buck. Look at the inside of his jacket. You put it back. I took it as the truth, and I adopted it. I started hearing this when I was 27 years old. I wish I'd have started hearing it when I was 23. And if you're older than 23 or older than 27 and you're just now hearing it, you are where you are. Because that's where you're going to have to start from. You're going to have to start from where you are if you ain't never heard this before. You with me? Now, let me tell you this. The other thing I needed was to do this in the right vehicle, which is this business. Does that make sense? Yes. So if you've been doing it in the past that it didn't work and you was working at the factory, it's just all positive, the factory don't do but so much on freedom. Because that vehicle is not designed for freedom. It's designed for you to come in there 8 to 5 or come in at 3 and work till midnight. That's what it's designed for. Does that make sense? And then if you're an NFL player, it's designed for what it's designed for, which they're going to pay you a lot for a little while, but they ain't going to pay you forever. You with me? Because that's the way it's designed for.
That's right.
But there's some people like Steve Young, what's the quarterback out of Dallas that everybody knows?
Troy
Aikman, the real estate guy, Roger Staubach. They planned to what they were going to do afterwards.
That's right.
And that's one of Sean's missions is that these NFL players, when they quit making millions, they continue to make millions.
That's right.
Does that make sense? So if you're in a vehicle it does what this is what this is designed to do. So all that positivity and speaking it has to be in the right. It's like you can have a great corn kernel, but if that corn kernel ain't planted in good seed, it ain't going to grow. It ain't good in good soil, good dirt. Does that make sense? You put it in sand, put it in water. So if you've been a good seed planted in the wrong place or in the wrong opportunity, it can't grow. No matter how good the seed is.
That's right.
But if it's a bad seed, it ain't going to grow in good soil. It ain't going to grow in goat manure.
No.
And if it won't grow in goat manure, you know it's a bad seed.
Won't grow.
That stuff's rich. That's some rich stuff right there. I used to have goats. I'm telling you. I hear him now. Did he really have goats? I would have some now if my wife would let me. I got llamas. Listen to me. You're in the right place. Start planting that positivity.
That's true.
It's like what he's telling you, he's an engineer, he's a wealthy dude, he's a smart dude. You listen to it, it's like understand what he's saying about like some of these things that he's screaming so good, but I want you to hear it. Like see it, like write down, see it through your mind How'd you say it? See it through your mind.
See it through your mind. Well, you see it in your mind. You see through your eyes.
Does that make sense? But you got to remember that.
Yeah.
Don't take it just like, oh, that's a cool saying.
Yeah.
No, you repeat that at the hot spot tomorrow. Here's what people, I'm going to copy Andy. I'm going to get some cool shoes and a shirt.
Yeah.
Okay, bro, that's not the trick.
No.
I like my man makes my shirts for me. That's cool and everything. It's this.
Yeah.
It's my positive. It's what he looks the same way, sharp. I'm gonna copy Doc Rock. And I'm gonna do this and that. But you got to do the positive. You understand? Like this is the absolute dirt bottom, absolute foundation of success.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all hear me? Like what he's preaching and teaching, you got to start saying, you got to adopt this and then repeat it
Every day.
Be a river, not a dam.
Yeah. Yeah. Every
Y'all know
day.
what a river is?
Yes.
Y'all know what the fish said when he ran into the dirt, right? Dam. Damn. Be a river. Be a river. Not a dam.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Be a river. Repeat this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And they have to practice.
Let me wind him back up.
No. You got to practice. Here's something that's going to help you to stay positive. You got to practice visualization. You got to practice that. You got to practice it. It has to be on your mind. It has to be something that you do intentional. Just like you get up every day, okay, and take a bath, just not take one for a few days, and we may not want to be around you. Right. Everything that you do must be consistent. It's not something you do one day. It's something you do every day. Okay, because you go from faith to faith, glory to glory, okay, as we say, but you go from one dimension to the next dimension, but you won't go there.
Oh, you don't want biblical. Some of them missed that. The faith to faith and the glory to glory.
Yeah.
No, we don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Some of us ain't in that church. Tell them what that means.
Yeah. You know, so you go from one place of believing to the next place. You know, and you have to go there, okay? You have to believe that. You go from one level of belief to the next level of belief. That's very important. Very important.
Faith to glory.
Yeah.
Like, how many think I'm kidding, but I ain't kidding. How's that work?
I mean, because as we go up and as we grow, okay.
In your Christianity?
Okay, in your life, not just Christianity, just
but
in
I'm
life.
saying in particular to Christianity.
Yeah.
When you repeat, that's what they're talking about.
Yeah. Going from faith to faith means that you're going from one level of belief to the next level of belief. Which and glory is you going from one place of splendor or one place of knowing God to the next place. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Like
Cool.
That's the other thing. That's the other thing is, y'all let stuff go by you. You don't understand what it means. Mm-hmm. I'm the one that's like, hey, look here.
Yeah.
Hey, look here. How's that chargeback thing work? Let me make sure I don't get none of them. How do I keep from getting them? A lot of people hear it, they don't ask nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
Does this make sense, Leslie? It was you a second ago. Hey, I stop him. It's tough to stop him when he gets going, but you understand what I'm telling you?
No, that makes sense.
You got to get to him later. So what was that glory to God? Like, I literally didn't know what he meant because our church don't preach that. You know, we ain't got that kind of rhythm. That went right by me. You know? I mean, I'm non-denominational, but daggone.
See your video. See your video.
You understand what I'm saying? So now I got. Okay. So it's the layers. And
it's the layers. Yeah. So
it's the same. So now
and the same thing. Yeah. And that's good stuff because we can attribute that to our business and being positive. Listen. I'm unapologetic to where I'm at. I'm where I'm at because I believe in a power I call God bigger than me. Yeah. That's higher than me. Now, you don't subscribe to that, that's cool. I'm still your friend. I'm Doc Rock, I'm your friend. Ain't got no problem with that, okay? I got friends that are all religions, okay? I'm just telling you where I'm at and where I got to be where I'm at and how that relates to where you are and where I think you can go. Because the deal is, what I saw was a bunch of negative around me. I saw people saying, I'm gonna be on the system, I'm gonna be on food stamps, I'm not gonna own my business. That's what I saw. But I refused to listen to what my eyes saw. Okay, I refused to listen to where I was at the time. And you got to stop listening to the noise and start talking junk. Okay, you got to stop listening to the noise, stop seeing the negative. Stop that. Okay, and start talking and speaking where you want to go, even if you don't feel it. You don't have to feel it to see it. Because sometimes you may not feel like you're going to be go up the agent's level chart to vice president. Where's it at? Up out here. You know, you may feel like you're in the red, but you got to believe like you're in the blue. Okay? Okay? With purple. Okay, let's go there then. Okay? Believe like you're in the purple. Okay? But because you're going to have days you feel like this. But what do you see? Because if you stay in the red negative and stay there and complain, okay, what you can't do, hey, the only people that lose in this job are those who quit. Right. But it's going to take some work. Yeah. But you can't see work as work. Most people miss opportunities because they come dressed in overalls. It looked too much like work. It looked too much like, okay, I can't do it. And that's what we see. Instead of saying, there's an opportunity. I may fail. I may stink at it, I may be bad at it, but if I keep thinking, stay positive, and stay around other people who have went where I'm trying to go, then guess what? I can get there. I can get there. Now, I don't own a plane yet. You heard I said yet. I don't have my yacht yet. Because I know you know I want a yacht. I like a boat. Yeah. Yet. Okay? But my mind is positive. I'm going there. Which means I would develop the habits, the daily habits, in order to get there. But I got to stay positive, even if I don't have private plane money. When I'm riding in first class or in comfort, Delta Comfort or whatever, I'm not on the Delta plane. I came here on the Delta plane. I didn't really come here on the Delta plane. I was on my own private jet. I just have not got there yet. That's what I saw. I was mad going through security this morning at 4:30 to get here, okay? I was mad. I didn't like it. Didn't feel good because I rode in a private jet before with him. My son's first plane ride was on Andy's private jet. I said, Josh, now I want to tell you, now when you go on a flight, all of them are not like this. We're going to go take another flight. We're going out of the country because we're going to Bahamas, but you got to go through security, son. Okay? So here's the deal. Do I get mad? Did I get mad this morning and say, I'm not coming to North Carolina, forget the TWC, I'm mad, negative, my belt beep, I got that thing TSA that you were supposed to take off your belt, my belt beep, so I had to take the belt off.
Take your belt off.
I didn't want to take my belt off. I didn't want to take my belt off. But I know there's a day that I don't care if I got my belt on, I don't care if I have, okay, I'm going to say that, whatever. But I can just go, I don't have to go through, I just get on the jet. I drive my car up, boom, the stairs come down, walk on the carpet, come on somebody, go with me, and go up in the jet. But you can't get there if you're negative. That's right. You will abort every vision and dream inside of you being negative. I promise you that. You cannot afford to have days, and Lord knows weeks, that your mind is not focused in a positive way on where you're going. And I'm not saying it's easy. Easy is not an option. Wow. Easy is not an option. It's going to be doggone hard sometime, but it's worth it. Yeah. We have to learn to endure temporary pain to get to long-term joy. Y'all don't, You got to learn to endure temporary pain, work, to get to fulfillment. But if you're negative, you'll never get there. Something going to come along that's going to cause you to throw in the towel and say, I give up. I promise you that. Life happens. Most people want life, they want it like this, easy, just straight. That's not life. Life is up and down. Yeah, it is. My friend Les Brown said, when you're on the mountaintop, you put it in your pocket. But when you're in the valley, you put it in your heart. See, so when you're in the valley, and when things are tough, you got to have a mindset that I'm going to get back on the mountain. Okay? 90% of self-made millionaires in America have been bankrupt one time. At least one time. 90% have been bankrupt at least one time. But how do they become millionaires and billionaires if they've been bankrupt? Because they had a positive mindset to say, if I lose it all, Kyle, I will learn how from it and make some more. You see, I'm not afraid at all of risk anymore. Because when you learn how to make some money, you know what you say? Oh, I can make some money. My most precious thing now is time, not money. Because if you know how to make money, you can make money, but you can't make no more time. So you don't have time for negative people who are pessimistic, who don't want to do the business, to be talking to them. If they don't want to do it, good. Move on. You have no time to be wasted on that. So you doubt yourself. So you doubt where you can go. So you doubt who you are. Okay? You got to remain positive. And it's going to take you doing it every single day.
I can't play this but a second because they'll shut us down. They'll shut down our thing, you know, our show. Mm-hmm. But I want you to hear this little. It's by Van Morrison. He told me there'd be days like this.
Oh, I like that.
Makes sense. That's what my daughter, we play. They sang it at her wedding because her wedding was a dream come true. And they sang it, and here's what they said. Daddy said there will be days like this. And the look on that girl's face.
Wow.
You know what I mean? There'll be days like this. So you understand what I'm telling you is, you can say, Doc Rock told me there'd be days like this. Look it up. It's by Van Morrison, Days Like This. Oh, my mama said there'd be days like this. And that was the one I picked. She gave me some songs, and I saw it. I said, I like that one, but, you know, I'm not mama. And I said, I know mama told you. And she said, they'll say daddy said it. So they sang it. Okay, so that was one thing. And then here's another thing. Robert Wilson. I mean, you know it'd be Robert Wilson that would suit me. That movie scene is when they were talking about Botox from Christmas with the Cranks. And he sent me a clip of the scene that when he sent me the clip of the scene. That's Robert Wilson. That's why me and him get along with that. Does that make sense? But I am telling y'all, you got to remember he said that. And we got to talk about this. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit more time, but I got to give you a little bit of recognition here. One is I want Van to introduce yourself. Van, would you come up here and tell these guys what you do and what you can do for them? And if you would, when you talk about who you are, talk about your resume, like what you're telling me about your history. Because you're thinking about when you're trying to move somebody's money, or when Nick's trying to move somebody's money, you know, Nick ain't never moved no $50,000. You know me? And when I was his age, I ain't never moved no. So if you ain't never moved no money, you're gonna need somebody with a credibility. So hit them with who you are and a little bit about your family and your resume.
Man, that's hard to follow there.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
No.
You talk like him. You
we help with annuities. I appreciate that. My name's Van Gray, and I've been. I joined the Burlington Alliance Capital Management. It's about a month and a half ago. And I've been in the business about 26 years, 27 years. And most of my background is in stocks, investments, mutual funds. And
how many years of that?
26, 27.
Working in stocks, funds, mutual funds, banking.
And I think I had 15 years as a securities trader with RBC, and that helped me to kind of help predict, you know, if there's caution in the market or if there's a great buying opportunities and things like that. So, and I think, you know, Chris Norris, I'm sure most of you guys know Chris, and so he manages the firm, and we help each other out. So yeah, we've been doing a lot of hot spots lately and get our names out and things like that. I was in Kernersville last night. We were down in Greenville, South Carolina, Monday night. But yeah, so what we are.
That's where you live, right? No, North Carolina.
Okay.
So look at this. So this is the way he talks, is the way he talks. So he's good when he's talking to these people. You get me and Jock when I'm screaming at him, you better move your money! You gotta be positive that it's gonna go up in account. You wanna get Mr. Calm, Cool, and 27 years in banking.
Yeah.
The markets and all them fancy words.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Does that make sense? Now watch this. So he's got credibility, okay? The way they get paid is they take some money and put it in mutual funds and stocks and securities, not annuities, okay? So here's the one thing that we got to figure out is they got to grow their business. So what happens is if you're talking to somebody and they got $400,000 and they go talk to their banker, they can talk them out of it. Does that make sense? They can argue with them. Because you can't move that money without their person okaying it. Here's where it gets crazy. Because of his position, he can move it on their signature, Leslie, without, you with me? Amante. Am I saying that right? Amante? You know that's your favorite word, right? Let me see him. Let me see him. Everybody, y'all know that, right? You want to be positive, somebody. Tell me your first name. Stephanie. Stephanie. You with me? Okay. Amante, you want to move that money, all they got to do is tell him to move it, and he gets a signature, poof. Yeah. Right? And then he's positive about you moving 100 or 200 or whatever into annuities, whereas those people be negative. So does that make sense? It's his, what do you call that? What do you call it? Gold signature? Or
what's that?
How do you move that money like that?
It's called an ACAT transfer. But I don't know.
So he knows that fancy word. I just want
we don't
to say
transfer
it,
cats, but ACAT, I'm not even sure what I forget what it. Anyway, we would get a statement. That's all you need is a recent statement and a signature, and wherever it's at, they go in one morning and boom, it's gone. The account's gone, and it comes right into us.
And I'm going to tell you what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to do this because of the time it's taken up. Is if we have to do these 3 and 4 calls, they're going to have to get a split of the commission. Does that make sense? If, in other words, you know, it makes sense because they've got to, they are not people. Somebody said, I thought you paid them on salary. I said, they got a small salary, high incentive. Does that make sense? High incentive to move money. So they need to find people with money because that's what they move it in securities, not through the annuities. But they're going to help you. So we call it symbiotic. How about that for a big word?
There you go.
Okay, it helps you and it helps them. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So him and Chris are partners at BAM. And Kelly and what's the other smart Paula that help out. And the way Billy, can you give me a white screen so he can write up there how to get in touch with him? I'm gonna let y'all do it. And you write down your name and your name and your phone number and email and how to do a link and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And the green.
How you work this thing?
Just use a Wolfpack red.
There you go.
Pen.
They're gonna win this weekend.
Yeah. I'm predicting a victory over Clemson.
Oh, good. I like that. I like that.
I'm speaking it.
Speak it.
I told the chancellor, I said, you better get your mind right. We're getting ready to win. I don't want you to be surprised. I'm going to say it until it ain't true. And then I'm going to talk about how if the referees would have done it right.
We'd have won. We'd have won.
Y'all see Clemson goes down, the undefeated on Saturday. Y'all, but Albright predicted it. The power of the word. And I gave them some tips. I told them, I said, y'all quit trying to tackle them big boys up high. Get them right down the ankles. Get them around the ankles. Tie them ankles up. You see that jump up on the back like that? Did you see the boy jump up on the boy's back? And he was running with one of our players on his back. I said, you look like daggum, that ain't going to work right there. Get down around the ankles. You know what I'm saying? And then I said, here's what I told them. I'd get them. The coach let me talk to some of the players now. You wrap their legs up and then roll like a crocodile. Just roll try to twist it off. Stop, drop, and roll. Hit him by the ankles and roll around like a crocodile. Try to break his ankle. Oh, my goodness. Had to slow him down on the next run. And I told him to pass it. Don't try to run on him, boy. Throw it over him.
Oh, no. Yeah.
That's the best thing you do.
All right, just bet done.
Hey, I want to tell y'all something. Do y'all know what the power of 10 is? We had Barbara Bador, part of Adam Katz's team. She got 10 issue paid policies. And I don't know if it's Shirlene. How would you pronounce that? Cherlin. And Shirlene, Cherrline. Shirlene Granger, part of Greg and Chris Sheitlin. And Antoinette Hitchens, part of Michael and Angie Owens, got their power of 10. So y'all make sure we get these cool little books and T-shirts and stuff like that. Here we go. Here's some good stuff right here. Yeah, here we go. Dora Wasaki. I'm so fired up to be traveling with you to Alaska. Dora Wasaki. These are all the people that we're going to Alaska. And I ain't saying where our next trip's going to be that starts January 1. I can't tell it. They won't let me tell it. But me and Jane going to Thailand this weekend. On a site inspection.
Inspect.
Joe and Tony Walker. Woo-hoo! I hope Trey's watching. Hey Trey, if you're watching too, that's my buddy. That's one of their children's. Well, that's the favorite child of the Joe and Tony Walker clan. Nathan and Melody Thomas going to Alaska with us. I've known Nathan. I go back 20-some years with Nathan, and he's a good guy. And already won it and earned the extension. Eric and Bobby Belair.
Woo! All right,
Eric and Bobby Belair already won a trip to Alaska and going on to an extension, an extended vacation to Seattle. James and Angie Coleman.
Oh.
Let me tell y'all something. Hey, speaking it like this, I wondered about being a multimillionaire, and here's the way I got through it. Because it's hard to think you're going to be one. I thought, nobody will probably even notice. And it's just one more person. It's not like the whole world's changing. It's just little old me. I'm going to step in to become a multimillionaire. That's the way I thought about it. And that's the way I hit it. So if you're thinking about winning a trip, you're like, there's plenty of room, and it's just one more little sticker. It's just one little person sneaking in. Kind of sneak in. You've heard me say sneak in phone calls. That's where I get all that from, because of the self-image thing. If you didn't ever think you could become a multimillionaire, I say it's just one person. You know, just one more person in the door, a multimillionaire. And by the way, when you come in, it don't push somebody out. There's plenty of room at the top. Look here. If you're an engineer, there's more space open on this board than there is closed. Like this is where I logically got through this stuff to figure out how I was going to get to these things. Is this making sense?
Makes sense.
All right. We ran a contest with Foresters, and it just ended October 31st. We're in November, right? October 31st it ended because I wanted to get the trip done, and then we're going to go to Toronto. Now I'm going to tell you something. I love food in Toronto. We got some nice restaurants. We're going to this place called George's, and we're going to watch the what's our basketball team? The Raptors. We got a suite with hot dogs, hamburgers, and some cold beer and some cold Diet Coke, and we're going to hang out up there, and we're going to eat good in the suite. And then the other night we're going to George's, which is a real fancy, awesome restaurant, because it's just a handful of us have won the trip. So the inner six, that people that I've been just kind of screaming at, coaching, if you will, Diane Lampy, Paul Roberts, and Tamara, and Stephen and Holly, Mike and Noel Leventovich, and Robbie Kraft, and Andy Riddle. So and it'll be I think one of each of them are going up, not the husband and spouse. So these people that won it, they'll have to decide if it's going to be them or if it's going to be husband or wife. And didn't I do a special invite? Is James in here? I thought I saw him earlier. I think I did a special invite for James and Jane. So Debbie Ben is number one, so she'll be heading up there with Toronto with us. Woo-hoo, Debbie Ben. These are the winners. It's over with. It's over with. So if you've been anxious and you didn't know whether he's going to win or not, you're getting ready to find out. You're going to have to pick a different contest if you didn't win. Jonathan and Megan just got married, by the way. Jonathan Yakey and Megan Alleman just got married. Y'all get it? Yeah.
Oh yeah, young and Megan.
They're just getting back from the honeymoon. Now they going to get to go to Toronto. Well, that's right. I don't know which one of them's going. They got to pick one. Okay, this was a small trip. Minerve Profil, part of Diane Lampy and that whole world, that organization, and of course Mike and Michelle. Michelle Alleman is the mama of Megan, so that's their team. Part of Eric and Bobby Belair's team, Kimberly Spinelli Young will be going with us to Toronto. Now watch this. This rookie couple moved up and pushed out a veteran couple because there was, dude, did I tell you to put that up? What is wrong with you? I'm sitting here trying to market this thing, and you put this thing down. I love you, Billy. I'm sitting here trying to roll it out. You don't have that problem in your world, do you? All right. This couple pushed out. So what we said is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 veterans, or 10 spots. Anybody can win. But there's only 3 rookies. But the 3 rookies can push out a veteran. So it could, does that make sense? And I'm wondering if that's 10. No, that's right. It was 10 veterans or 10 anybody, and then 3 rookies. Jerry and Casey I can't read my writing here. Burbage. Jerry and Casey Burbage pushed out. I'm not going to tell you who they pushed out, but somebody didn't get to go because they moved into that spot. You with me? They're part of Andy Riddle's team. They're brand new and won a trip to Toronto. One of them. I don't know who will go, Jerry or Casey. Joe Dukes had James and Pam Alara win the contest. Woohoo! Mike and Michelle Allman had another couple win. That would be themselves. So they're gonna. So Mama, I don't know if it's gonna be Mom and daughter or Daddy and son-in-law. I don't know who they get to pick who goes up there. Eric and Bobby Belair had another couple. Eric and Bobby Belair. So what is his agency manager? So they are agency managers, but they won the trip too. He's Belair's hair by me. Jason and Tawny Carey had Lee Reyes win. Lee Reyes is a really cool dude, hard worker out on the West Coast. Y'all might not know this, but that Ninja Turtles movies, y'all ever seen those? He was one of them.
Oh.
And he's several movies, and I don't know if he wants me to tell it, but I done slipped up and told you now. Because I'm proud of him. You know, he's a movie star, and he's some kind of triple black belt, jiu-jitsu, something. I don't mess with him. You know what I'm saying?
Good friend to have.
And apparently he can sail. Lee Reyes, Olga and Jason Mathis hired this sharp lady that come over here, I think from Germany. She's got that cool accent, Janina Wilson, single mom, and she was on the Paris trip and got up there first time she got involved. She won Paris. Now she's already won Alaska and a trip. No, not a bad program.
No.
Might as well be you next.
Might as well.
She'll tell you everything she does, and you just copy her. Janina Wilson. So next is 2 rookies. So what happened is the next person on that you barely, he knows that he barely missed because he got pushed out by the rookie. And that was actually about 2 or 3 of them got pushed out by the rookies because they sold more than, what I'm telling you is new people sold more than people that have been around for a while. Because, you know, they should, you've been around, you're a veteran, you should win it. But these Mia Fennell Stone. Is she there? Come on there! Yay!
That's awesome.
I didn't know you was there.
I didn't either. Oh,
Did you sneak in there in the back? Hey, buddy, good to see you.
Mia.
Get you a mic. Yay!
See Mike Mia. Good. How you
heard
girl?
her
Good job,
all
girl.
Yeah.
Good job.
You going with the celebrities and stuff. Now, I'm excited about this couple, too. I just had them. I just did a Zoom call with them and it's Terry and Tia's team, part of their team. When did you start with us? Do you, Mike?
April of last year. Hi, everyone. My name is Mia Fennell. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. That's my home hotspot. And I was hired by Terry and Tia Edwards, started April of 2018.
How about that? So brand new, already won a trip. Have you knocked out the Alaska?
Yeah, did that in October.
It's a cool couple going with us. Joe Dukes has this couple, Jake and Beret Bradley, have won it. Woohoo, Jake and Beret. Everybody else. We might just cancel the trip because y'all didn't win. No, we're going anyway.
We are.
We're going anyway. Love you. I hate it. I do hate you didn't win. I wish everybody could win.
Yes.
Watch this. Everybody can win this. That one was limited. Unlimited.
Unlimited, yep.
Limited, unlimited. Does that make sense? Yeah. So why'd you limit that one? Because we got a budget. But that one, we ain't got no budget. Unlimited budget. Unlimited budget. Anybody that wins it, gets it. Earns it. Well, some people want to say, you ain't winning it because there ain't no lottery. You earn it, and you get an all-expense paid trip. What other trips have you won with us? Have you been on any other free trips?
Not yet. Not yet. Oh, yeah, I have. Sorry, I went to Paris.
Oh, just Paris.
Oh.
Just Paris.
Oh, you know,
Right down
Paris.
the street.
I went to Paris. So last year I had won the trip in November.
You got in April and won by November.
Yeah, I won it in 6 months last year.
In 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're wondering, if you can still win Alaska, yes, it's almost 2 months left. And then if you say, well, I don't know, just give it everything you got and say it. I'm going to win Alaska. I don't care what I got to do. I'm going to sell it. Just keep saying it. Keep saying it. I'm going to win it. I'm going to win it. And then make phone calls, because I'm going to tell you this. Your momentum will kick off January 1, and we might be going somewhere exotic. We might be going somewhere a long ways away. And you want to be able to afford first class on that one. Mm-hmm. So you're going to take your jet over there. My jet won't make it over that much water. We got to stop and get gas. You with me? Does that make sense? Like, start now saying it. I'm going to win no matter what, and then go for it. You might win it. Okay, there's promotions, bonuses. Well, I'm excited about you being there. Tell us, I didn't mean to talk. I tell you, I want to do, like when I was talking to you about that, Viviana, I want to just, so many things I want to say to people. So a lot of times I hope you're taking what I'm saying, that I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I can't grab you and say da-da-da-da-da, because I want to tell you what it is you're doing wrong. Does that make sense? I want to tell people. So when I'm doing these shows, I'm trying my best to communicate to individuals. And I know a lot of people. My cousin, he's texting me. I know he's watching. He'd get me after the meeting. He'd say, hey, you got him good. You told him what it's for. I finally got mad one day. I said, you know I'm talking to you. I was hot, man. You follow what I'm saying? That's what most people think, you know. And I ain't always talking to him, but some of the time I was. It was something that I knew that I could help him make a lot more money, because people don't like to be hollered at, so I'm hollering at the audience. You with me? But you got to take it personal.
Yeah, yeah.
And I say it, and then people say, I'm hearing you, and I go, why you keep doing what I'm saying not to do? Does that make sense? That's why I was telling you, when he's talking, he's real teaching. It's not a feel good.
No.
You with me? It's just down and dirty. That's a fact, what he's saying. And you have to listen. It's funny how people pick up on the thing with my toothpaste, what we call it, peroxide?
Fluoride.
They pick up on that fluoride comment, but they don't pick up on other stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it's like I don't know if it's because they don't want to. You know what I mean? Because like that homeless guy, when I was trying telling him how to, y'all know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Everybody know that? Anybody in there know what I'm talking about? Anybody ain't heard? You ain't heard? I was up in Detroit hanging out with Jeremico. Ain't that where Jeremico is?
Yeah, Jeremico.
And I tell you about this. I come out of the meeting dressed up, like I always am. Loaded, because that's one of the things I wanted, my coin, right? I come out of the homeless guy, and Jeremico was trying to, show him. I said what he's got to say. He said, hey, man, can I have some money? Pulled my thing out here. I started, I can't say it's $100 bills, right? He said, can I get 20? I said, you want 20? He said, yeah. I said, all I got is hundreds. He said, I want a 20. Look through there and see if you find a 20. I said, what do you need $20 for? He said, I get some liquor. Made me high, numb myself to the, the world. It's cold out here. Get some liquor, warm me up. I said, bro, can I tell you something? He said, yeah, well, you give me $20, maybe a lot better than that. Don't tell me something. $20. I said, let me give you some tips. Ask a man to give him whatever he can get. I'd give you $100 if you'd asked me. And don't tell him you're going to buy liquor. Tell him you got kids at home and you got to take care of them. You got kids at home? He said, yeah, I got to take the kids at home. I'm going to get some liquor. I said, dadgummit, just tell him that, you're taking care of your kids. He said, I hear you. He said, let me ask you something. What do you do? I said, I sell insurance. I see all them people. I teach them how to sell insurance. He said, look at here. You run your business, and I'll run mine. Does that make sense? That's the way most people are.
Yeah, that's true.
You run your life.
That's true.
I'll run mine.
That's true.
I sit here trying to tell a man how to rake it in.
Mm-hmm.
He's more worried about being right
than he is. That's right.
Than being rich.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I'm gonna run mine the way I'm gonna run. I'm gonna say negative if I want to, because it's what I'm right, and I'm gonna show you. All right, show me. I got you. I don't have to do that. You had to do that, Andy, but I don't have to. I can open up the safe a different way. That's what a lot of people do. Yeah. Do me. You with me? And I do all I can do. Just keep going around, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You know what I'm saying? I just duck and weave. You know what I mean? Try not to get up don't get mad at people. Does that make sense? I'm just trying. I want you to make it so big, and I know Terry does too. We had this conversation before. Do you?
Yeah. I want to make it big too, Andy.
Okay.
I'm going to make it big.
See how this works?
Yes.
See how that works? But see, here's what. Now, if I tell y'all this, I guarantee you, every one of you get up here and start talking like this right here, and I have to do this right here. Think about what I'm saying. You follow what I'm saying? In other words, when I'm saying, you follow what I'm saying? It means more when I do this, right? Because then I'm one-on-one teaching. When I was mentored by multimillionaires, I couldn't get to them. Some of y'all do have somebody that'll tell you, because you got advantage. I couldn't get near them, but I listened to them on audio. I listened to them on video. I read their books, and I would read it, and I go like, "That's someone's talking about me."
Yeah.
Does that make? And I would try to go like, "I got to change that."
Yeah.
And one of the things they would talk about is this right here, is animation. And I'd be like, because I used to talk like a lot of y'all talk, walk like a lot of y'all walk. But T.D. Jakes said you got to walk like this right here. Ric Flair said you got to walk like this right here. Zig Ziglar said you got to walk like this right here.
Yeah.
So when I say walk it out, I learned from Zig Ziglar. Does that make sense?
Right.
Doc Rock said this is the way you got to walk and talk.
Yeah.
Y'all tracking with me? Vince McMahon told him, he said, you got to walk like this. Ric Flair was the biggest bleeder in all of WWE. He wasn't famous for winning, he was famous for losing. Everybody wanted to fight him because he looked worse. When you whooped him, they said, ow, 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 ow. He was, everybody, ow. You understand what I'm telling you? Is this making sense?
Yes.
I am so happy you're going to Toronto because you got to listen to this the whole way.
Looking forward to
How
it.
excited are you about going to Toronto?
I am freaking out inside.
You want to see who you pushed? You want to see who you whooped?
Yeah.
Some people like to win. So you push them out, you push them out, you push them out, you push them out.
Oh, wow.
I wanted them to go.
I did too.
Push them out, but
But you'd rather for you to go, right?
I'd rather for me to go.
Yeah, that's right.
But I wanted them to go. Thank you.
are you excited?
I'm excited.
Tell them where you went to school, what you used to do for a living, how you found us, or how we found you.
I went to North Carolina A&T State University. Andy always says AT&T.
The telegraph school.
No, agricultural and technical. And before the Alliance, I was an analyst at Bank of America.
What's your degree?
Supply chain management business.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the Alliance rescued me from corporate America.
Yeah.
After I had gotten laid off from Bank of America and called Terry and Tia. They said, we're doing this insurance thing with this guy named Andy Albright. I said, I don't care what it is. I don't care what y'all selling. Just put me in. And I got in that week, and I've been here ever since.
That's awesome.
Never went back to corporate.
Did somebody, it was a friend of yours told you about it, right?
Yeah, Travis Littlejohn.
They hired Travis, and then Travis suggested you. Travis has never caught on. He's still part of it. She's still down line from him, but he ain't winning no trips. I don't know why. So I don't know. I don't know why people do what people do. I just know some people do. And I know this. A lot of people, when they hire somebody, they a dam, meaning they stop. You got to be a river and get the next person and then flow it, the next one. You got to do it. So when's the best time to do that? Right now. The other time is now.
Yep.
So there's now and right now.
Yep.
I got that inscribed on I got now on my little hand and right now on my big hand. And somebody asked me, them 5 Rolexes you giving away, is it inscribed on them? Every one of them. You think I give away a free Rolex that didn't have now and right now on it, do you? So I'm going to get Billy to pull up the picture of Rolex. He ain't going to dare pull it up now until I show it. He goes, he might not. First, I want you to do this. So to get in touch. Go back to the words that we was getting ready to read off. He probably did it on purpose. You want me to tell you why he did it on purpose? No, I ain't going to tell you. It's funny, though. I'll tell you later. I'll tell you, as soon as the show goes out, I say, why did Billy do that to you? And I'll tell you. All right. How we get in touch? Is this your?
Yeah. So the top number, we go by BAM, by the way. Burlington, BAM. That's right. So that's our office number here. Oh,
you're fine.
Yep. Text if you want to book an appointment with Chris or myself. Text this number to BAM, and it comes up a link, or you can find us on our website as well. And if you want, you can always you can just feel free to text me. But yeah, we can. But don't call. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. But and I want to touch real quickly on, everybody knows what this is, the green sheet. Yes. You can find this on National Alliance University, right? Guys, it's one thing that I've learned in the last month is it means so much to get as much information as you possibly can. Because every time you get an appointment and a lead and you walk in that home and you get assets, if you're going there for a mortgage protection, and you get information about this, there's going to be an annuity sale or other business to be written. So, and that's why we're here to help.
Hey, when you're in there too, we ain't put this on the form yet, but I'm just going to give y'all a heads up. Find out if they got debt. If they got credit card debt, medical bills debts, school debt, or anything like that. Go ahead and find out. Because the more you find out about people, the more money you're going to be able to make. Does that make sense? Yes. We call it Christmas time at the Alliance. In other words, if they in the green or they in the red. See, green and red, Christmas time. So you should find out, okay?
Pretty good.
Okay, this is a magic number. I didn't know how to do this. Let me show you how to do this. You got your phone, do this. Go to the little square, you hit that. You don't hit a name because you don't know a name. You don't know the name. You just hit the square and then you text. Let's do it. 336
221
3796. 3796. And then you say, what do you text? You hit return, then you go down to this little place where you put a message, and you type BAM, and you hit send. And you'll get a text back about BAM. Boom, I got it. BAM, you've reached BAM, BACM. It stands for Burlington Alliance Capital Management, but we call it BAM because the C's silent.
The capital silent?
Huh?
The capital silent?
Yeah, the capital is silent. BAM. Okay? All right. Book a time with Chris to speak with you. We all should change it to Chris or Van, or whichever it is. Right. That might be only Van. We need to. Yep. This is another reason I do it so I can see. See, I expect what I inspect. So now I'm looking at this thing. It says Chris. It don't say Van. He's giving it out. So we got to look at this mess. I'm tricky like that, but I'm. All right. Animated. To contact Chris or Kelly, call 336-660-2782. Does that make sense?
Yep. Yeah.
So, hello, bam, we fix that.
Yep.
I inspect what I expect. Now, let me tell you all this. This is a magical number. If you want to follow me, if you're one of them social media, first of all, get off of social media and stop that mess. Unless it's me. Text Albright to that number, and it'll give you all the links. Does that make sense? Y'all hear what I'm telling you? But this is big right here. Get that green sheet. Don't pull out a red sheet with people. But if they say, "Hey, you should run up the credit card." Y'all ever use credit cards? That's what I'd say is, do y'all use credit cards? Yeah. Hey, unexpected medical bills will mess you up too. Hey, how about college loan? You say, why is that important? I am telling you, you start finding massive debt. You can help people get out of. Just the preaching and the teaching and the positivity and speak it. There's a lot of things we can do to help for people. And it might be more. You with me? Find it now. I am telling y'all, we are moving money up, down, sideways, and every which way, and into your pocket. Does this make sense? Okay, so you text BAM. Oh, and by the way, you can BACM. It'll come back, all the same information to you. Okay, y'all got what you need there? All right, brother. All right, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You going with this ball game?
Oh, yeah.
We won't win, ain't we?
That's right.
Oh, that's right. Positivity, baby.
Right. Thanks,
positivity. Give a hand, Van Gray.
All right,
But I'm not kidding y'all. I'm psycho like that. Like I go, I'm gonna text to see if it works, and then I look at it and I go, you know what I mean? Just the way I am. Okay. Oh, now let's check out the Rolexes. Now these people have not won a Rolex, but they're winning the Rolex. So when the contest is over, I think it's December 31st. It's over. Okay, they were not even in the contest, but they just paid like I don't even remember how many thousand. Anybody remember that? IUL? How much?
$40,000.
$40,000. One policy shot them up to number one. So, because you subtract 40 from that, you'd put them way down in here. They wasn't in it, and now they're number one. So somebody else you could write the IUL and get there and get a free. You would try it on Rolexes. I like that. So Adam Johnson, Robert Wilson, Jeremy Patton, Mark Hutchinson, Justin Balick. I don't know which one of them will win it, but Justin or Sydney, because there's a female watches in there. And since they're number 1, they'll be able to pick the male or female. But if you're number 5, you're going to get what's left. Does that make sense? Which is not a bad program because it's a Rolex. And there's actually 5 of them. They only got 3 pictured. We just took a picture. We posted it on band, and that's the actual watches, the one we posted on band. I'm not sure if those are. I think they are. Megan Wood, who's brand new, writing. By the way, she's written, I think last week she wrote 30 life apps and I think 5 Medicare Advantage apps. So she's leading the company in Medicare Advantage. Hello, my team, we need to recognize the top 3 Medicare Advantage people at National Convention too. By the way, what we're going to do at National Convention, we'll do recognition. Top HMA health matching account, top IULs, top annuities, top Med Advantage business. So Megan Wood is winning that right now. She's real close. So all 30 of those get issued. She's probably going to move. It's 80. Look at that. 84,700 versus 84,200. Close, close, close. Joe Dukes, Matt Goodrich, James Coleman, Minerva Profil, Michael and Angie. So any of these, Marcus Richardson could win this Rolex. And I'm just giving y'all a hint. That's through December 31st. I love this contest. I've just given my Rolex buyer thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars budget. And we've already bought, I think, 4 or 5. Guess what it's for? Guess what it's for? You might. What do you think the Rolex is for? This contest runs till December 31st. Kinda. What do you think it's for?
Next,
January 1.
January 1, right.
We got to get them ready.
Yeah.
Got to have them at National Convention lined up.
Ready to get.
So the more business you write, you're trying to win this because you're trying to make money now, but you're getting that momentum starting for December. I'm telling y'all all my secrets. Is I try to win this contest and get momentum for the next I use the contest for Mickey. You should win it. You say, I didn't know I was eligible. Well, now you know.
Yeah.
Just ask. Right. You're eligible. All you got to do is write a lot of business. Big business. That makes sense? So that's a good deal. Alaska, there's a lot of people almost win. I got to tell you, everybody hang on. The most important thing I got to tell you, in NLG contest, this is not the most, it's important. Alex Sabian, no. Maboob is winning the NLG contest. Karen Musel is number 2. And James and Pam Alara, who heard earlier, they're right in that contest. This is not important. I got to tell you, the most important thing I got to tell you. Here's the most important stuff. And I hate it. This is the high priority. I got to get this done. Y'all ain't going to believe this stuff. Key leaders this past month qualified new as key leaders. Nail Flanick is now a key leader. Woohoo! Sean Sinenbaugh has became a key leader. Megan Wood is a new key leader. Aline German is a new key leader. Paul and Rachel Van Thoff, new key leaders. Marty and Diana Doge, key leaders. Amy Black, key leaders. David and Linda Holt. Now listen to me.
Yeah.
Step into the purple. Y'all know we had Fitzgerald and Heather.
Yep.
Get in there. We announced that at family reunion. Guess what? Diane Lampy is junior board member. That means she's gonna be toting. And by the way, we got the new. You got a ring at agency manager. So anything move into the green, you get the ring. You move into purple, you get the massive ring. So Diane Lampy will be rocking the new Alliance ring. Heather Fitzgerald asked us, she said, I like the pendants, but I'd like a ring. Oh, by the way, my wife said, I'd like a ring too. And so we'll be putting these rings on these. Actually, so really 3 ladies. Jane will be getting hers, and because she's got the pendant, and then Heather will be getting the ring, and then Diane Lampy. So listen, this is the way it's going to start popping. This is the way it's going to start popping. Agency managers, key leaders, junior board members. And I like people like I'm just telling y'all, companies go like this. They go up and down, and they gradually go up. Yeah. You with me? Yeah. But they reach a point, and when you get stuff lined up and you get the right people, it skyrockets.
Yeah, that's true.
We could not do HMAs before January 14th. Now because we couldn't have paid the levels out. There's more stuff we got coming. Josh Tolley's in the room. Y'all just remember this craziness. No, I ain't even going to say it because they'll be Googling and then contacting you. But he owns multiple companies, and he's got a product that's going to change people's lives. We're talking it through. We're going to bring it out. And by the way, the HMAs is for everybody. What he's going to be doing is President's Club only because it takes a higher level, a higher commitment. We got premium finance. Listen to this, we got an alliance IRA. It's not the government IRA. It's our only defined. I'm going to show this to you too. Yeah. It's our IRA. It's called an Insured Retirement Advantage. And it's a premium finance case that you can do, and this is for small business people over $750,000 income. So it ain't the poor folks, okay? This is $750,000 plus. So I thought we want to find people in debt. We do. And people to make it $750,000. Because this is going to be something, the premium finance deal, where a guy can put in like $60,000 a year, and a bank will put in like a 80 or 90,000 in addition. Sometimes they'll put in 100 in addition, and you get credit for putting 180,000 in or 160. You put in 60, so you credit, so you grow from 160. You don't grow from 60. It's crazy talk. President's Club only. The company that's going to help us do it is coming in. So we couldn't have done this stuff without our compensation system. We'd have never rolled it out. And we fought through it. Those of us that fought through it, but we threw it now. Now let's start layering it. So in other words, company's going like this. It's going steady up, rocketing. And and I'll guarantee you, Diane Lampy credits a lot of the excitement and the new system to her going junior board member. And now we got to see him senior board member, executive board member, and all the way up. This making sense, guys? Hey, wrap us up, man. Just a minute or two of Doc Rock. We got to go out on a high note with Mr. Doc.
Well, let me say this. Everything that Andy said, take to heart. The opportunity is here at the Alliance. We've seen it happen. I've seen it happen with Diane. Diane is a good friend of mine. We've seen it happen with Terry and Teal and many others that started here that's now doing great things. Take advantage of it. Do not lose. The last thing I want to tell you is develop some resiliency. Mean that you adapt in a time of crisis. You adapt in the place that it hurts. Go ahead and go forward. Don't you give up, okay? Don't you give up. And Albright has vision. That's why I'm here. That's why I love hanging around him. He has vision. Take the vision, take advantage of it, okay? And take advantage of every opportunity. Get down and work for it. You can do it. I'm telling you. You can do it. But you got to tell yourself. I can't just tell you. I'm not here just to make you excited. I'm here to empower you to walk in the place that you know you can walk with. Now, here's the deal. The thing about the chicken and the eagles, chickens are peer pressure. That's the negative. Eagles, okay, we want you to go forward. Hang with the eagles. Get around some eagles. Get rid of the chickens and go forward, all right? No bad days. Y'all hear me? Say no bad days.
No bad days.
Say it again, no bad days.
No bad days.
And it's Super Sunday. It's Marvelous Monday. It's Terrific Tuesday. It's Wonderful Wednesday. It's Triumphant Thursday. It's Fantastic Friday. It's Successful Saturday. I'm Doc Rock. He's
Andy Albright.
Join us at the top.
Everything's going to be all right.
Let's go.
Everything's going to be all right.
It's going to be all right.